Do you hate to be alone? Does the thought about not doing anything one weekend where you're just by yourself at home or even going for a walk, does that scare you? If any of this sounds familiar, then this video is just for you. Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is the Survivor's Guide to Life. My name is Jessica Lang, and this channel is all things trauma, the brain, and healing. So if that's your jam, click that subscribe button down below so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And while you're at it, jump on over to Instagram where you can follow me there, learn more tips and tricks to improve your mental health, your mental well-being. And that's over on Instagram. And then jump right back over and watch a couple of my videos because they're amazing. So today's topic, I am going to talk about the link between your past trauma and your current fears of being alone. Now, and also tie this into self-esteem. So I'm sure you're wondering how this all connects, where I'm going with this. So if you're somebody who constantly needs to be around other people, when you are by yourself, you feel like you're depressed, you feel alone, you feel afraid, you don't like the thoughts that come into your head, you might have intrusive memories or intrusive thoughts that bother you or upset you, but when you keep busy, you're able to keep those things at bay. So you like to be surrounded by other people, you don't like to be alone, you're basically in this fearful state all the time, but you don't necessarily recognize that you're in a fearful state. And I see this quite often with my clients who have experienced those early child abuses where they were made to feel like they don't matter, their needs don't matter, they're constantly having to kind of walk on eggshells or scan their environment or pay attention to the scary adults in their lives, because if they take one misstep, then they're going to get in trouble, they're going to get hurt physically hurt in some way, maybe they'll be sexually hurt in some other way or emotionally hurt the other way. And so they learn to basically tune out of themselves and hyper focus, hyper tune in to what other people are doing, other people's experiences. And because that ends up, especially in outside the home, like at school or maybe socially, that becomes reinforced in that these children might be overly compliant. Like maybe you're an overly compliant child and your teachers loved you, or you were really helpful, or in your need to find love and validation as a child, because we all need to be loved, especially as children, and nurtured and taken care of. One of the ways that was reinforced by other adults who were not in your home, who didn't know about maybe the abuses at home, was because you were constantly like, you used that, that power that you had based on your survival of being able to recognize what other people need and jump into it and go, here, I can get this for you, I can do this for you. So then you get praised for being so helpful and so supportive. So that becomes part of your identity. And it's a wonderful piece of your identity, right? To be helpful, to be supportive, to take care of other people. But you're also, you're finding that you're doing this at the detriment of yourself. Or you're finding that you're constantly going and helping other people, but you are not getting the same support back. And you typically don't say anything except in the times when you maybe erupt into anger and have an anger outburst and people are confused by your behavior. Then this further, affects like your self-esteem, your self-worth. You start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Why am I losing my cool? And it's because you're not slowing down enough to figure out what your own needs are, because you have all this fear that if you say no, or that if you do stay back and take care of yourself, do something solely for yourself, that people will leave you or somebody will hurt you in some kind of way. So it's all kind of like coming, like I said at the start, from this place of fear, not coming from a place of love. And so examining your behaviors, examining the reasons why you are jumping towards giving your all to other people, not taking care of yourself. Is it a fear-based place? Is it a place of fear of loss? Or is it coming from a genuine place of love where it's mutually beneficial? You support the people in your lives, they support you with your needs. You're able to say, yes, I want this, no, I don't want this. And they can hear you without getting mad or like belittling you, or like there's no fear that there's going to be some type of rupture within the relationship because you've set a boundary in some kind of way. So really looking at what's underneath kind of this behavior and examining the why behind it is one of the biggest, is something that you really need to examine and explore as you look at your own behaviors and whether you're truly, this part of your identity that you've latched onto is something that is truly making you happy, or is it actually making you unhappy? So now it's time for me to hear from you. Are you somebody who struggles with being alone? What is the fear that's behind that being alone? What are you struggling with that you need support with, or maybe you wish that I would have addressed more in this video? Comment down below. Let's have a discussion. I'd love to hear from you. And that's all I have for you today, and I will see you in the next one.